What is up? What is up? What is up, everybody? It is Phil Nagy. It is Kit Nagy. It is Nagy on Sports, and we are excited to continue in our Ohio State Sim season. It is week number 4 after the Buckeyes took week 3 as a bye. The Marshall Thundering Herd are in town with a legacy quarterback whose name you will remember for sure. But we are excited to bring this one to you. Kit, how are we doing today?
I'm doing well, but I am hearing an odd echo here from you. I'm not sure what that's about, but I got you on a delay as well as hearing you both ways.
Cool. What could that be?
I'm not sure if that's going over the channel or if it's just me, so
I don't know. Am I any better now as Marshall, or excuse me, as the Ohio State Buckeyes are on offense here?
No, not better. And I did hear it on the feed. It is showing up in the video.
I'm doing nothing different.
It may be on my end, but I'm not sure what or why. Let's see if I can figure it out. Let me try.
Is that any better? I don't know why, but I've muted myself in Discord. Did that change anything?
That seems to have fixed it.
Huh. Even though I have my mic, quote, in the mute position, it apparently wasn't all the way muted. Anyway, sorry about those technical difficulties. Ohio State has gone 3 and out and punted here. Appreciate everybody being on. So, a holding call on the Thundering Herd. As mentioned, they are led by quarterback Cole Pennington. Yes, the son of Chad Pennington. Redshirt sophomore quarterback. He's going to hand it off to his running back for a couple there, but there is Cole sporting the number 12. Back to pass now, Pennington. Across the middle. Short gain, going to set up a 3rd and 12. Pennington setting up screen. Right side, he's got his man. He's got some space nearing the first down. And the Buckeyes will keep him short. That is the running back out of the backers, this receiver, Elijah Smalls. And he's going to get about 13 of that 3rd and 14, and they're going to have to punt this one out of bounds. Second drive of the day for the Buckeyes.
And I stopped there on defense, holding them just short.
Indeed, Travion Henderson goes nowhere. 2 carries now, just 2 yards. Buckeyes 2-0 on the young season. Again, had a week 3 bye. Marshall is the week 4 matchup. Swing it to Travion, and he's going to be thrown to the ground. Nice pursuit there by J.J. Roberts, the safety, and now a 3rd and long for the Buckeyes. Howard, good protection. He'll step up in the pocket, throw a dime over the middle, but he can't hold on. Carnell Tate, he got hit pretty hard by the safety, and the football comes out. 2 quick 3 and outs and 2 quick punts for Ohio State on offense to start this game.
Yeah, just a little bit out of sync here on offense, it would seem, for the Buckeyes, as they seem to not quite have the rhythm they're looking for to start this game.
Some bye week blues, perhaps.
Yes, indeed.
Ethan Payne on the carry there. In fact, I think Ethan... Oh, no, there he is. They just have him as a different number on the official roster for the Thundering Herd, 3rd and 2. But he does have 3 carries now for 10 yards, and he is really on their team. Senior from Poco, West Virginia. Motion coming. Pennington fakes it. He'll give it to Payne, and Payne will be shut down. Tyleek Williams with another monster TFL, And another punt quickly for the Thundering Herd.
Yeah, the disparity between us, ugly flag. You can't have that, giving up a great defensive play with the penalty, sadly. But in that last play, we certainly saw the disparity between, blue chip prospect defensive line, a bevy of them, and then Marshall Thundering Herd offensive line. You could see that in full display, but sadly discounted.
Yep, sophomore linebacker Arvell Reese roughing the punter, and so a new set of downs for Cole Pennington, son of Chad Pennington now. Shotgun snap, he'll go to his running back one more time. It has been a large amount of carries to start the game for senior running back Ethan Payne. Now out of a pistol on a 3rd and 6. Pennington, blitz coming from Ohio State. Swing it right side and a good tackle in space. Lathan Ransom saves a big first down, and they're going to try a 52-yarder for the first points of the game. And it's good. The Thundering Herd get on the scoreboard first with kicker Reese Verhoff. Hey, he's from Columbus Grove, Ohio. Not Columbus, but Columbus Grove, and he's going to drill a 52-yarder, 3-0 Marshall.
Heard of Grove
Hi, Karen,
City.
welcome in.
Haven't heard of Columbus Grove.
We have not either. All right. Kojo Antwi's going to take it. Can't get past the 20, though, unfortunately, for him. And the third drive of the game for Ohio State here. Still looking for their first down. And again, haven't gotten to get any of that fast tempo going. Quick throw right side. It's a 5-yard catch for the freshman, Jeremiah Smith. Pistol look here now. Henderson behind Howard. Howard, quick throw left side. Got a man, first down. And Emeka Egbuka. And that is the first down of the day for the Buckeyes. And there was much rejoicing. Here comes Henderson, left side. Juke move, Travion to the 30, to the 35, and shoved out of bounds to the 35. Travion Henderson.
Yeah, certainly scary stuff there, Mason.
Right side.
As you never want to see that for anyone.
Although I did see something. Yeah, I was going to say, I saw a headline that said really good news, but I don't know what that meant, other than I think he has, he was moving all of his extremities. There was just an abundance of caution.
Yeah, it sounded...
the board part.
From everything...
I don't know if they heard a diagnosis or not.
Right, from everything I was hearing, it sounded like they were just an abundance of caution with everything. They just don't want to take any risks on that front, which makes sense. But, yes, all of the movement in the extremities... and then was sitting up laughing, and I'm not there. I'm not sure exactly what that diagnosis is, but we can certainly hope that it is a concussion and no greater.
Mm-hmm. And again, I know they had to life flight him, but that's mostly just because the Greenbrier is not really close to a major metropolitan hospital. So.
No.
Quinshon Judkins, right side. Juke move to the 15 and nearing another first down as Ohio State has certainly settled the ship. Driving much better now inside the 15. Will Howard, 7 touchdowns he was responsible for in that week 2 victory. Are they going to give him forward progress? They're not. Say it's only going to be a 1-yard gain for Smith. Shotgun again, Will Howard. 3rd and 3 from the 11. They'll give it to Judkins. He's going to be blown up in the backfield. A huge TFL for Marshall. That's the defensive lineman. Taquay's legs. And anytime you have a defensive lineman wearing single digits, they must mean business. And legs got in there and ate up Judkins before he could even basically complete the handoff. Fielding will tie this one up at 3.
Yep, business indeed, as this is, no small feat to stop this offense, especially there in the red zone. So, well done there to hold the Buckeyes short out of the end zone and keep it a tie ball game at 3 apiece.
The answer to the trivia question, Columbus Grove, Ohio is north and west of Columbus, is sort of between Lima and Findlay.
Oh, okay.
So there you go. over in that part of Millersville, Ohio. All right, a 2nd and 5. It's going to be Ethan Payne again, and he's going to have another 3rd and 1 coming up. Already 8 carries, 22 yards for the senior, as he has been the workhorse in this one. Pennington from the backfield. Give it to him. First down. Nice little skinny, little subtle juke move in the hole. And Marshall has a big first down there.
Yeah, Marshall came to play in this game
already with all of those running plays.
Yep, they clearly came to play in this one, as they are fired up to play the Buckeyes here, and they're looking like it.
Indeed, flip the field here. 15 minutes back on the clock. Again, Phil Nagy, Kit Nagy, Nagy on Sports. Appreciate everybody joining us here. It's week number 4 of our official Ohio State season sim. They had a bye on week 3, and there weren't really any like top 10 other matchups worth playing, at least at this juncture. Here's a give up the middle again, and Payne fighting hard. He is going to be black and blue tomorrow, but right now it's worth it. 3rd and 2. Just kind of punching Ohio State in the mouth, one short run at a time. Pennington, give it to him again. Backup running back in this time, and Sonny Styles gets there quickly, shutting him down. Nowhere to go. That's Jordan Houston, another running back, and he was blown dead in the backfield. Way to go, Sonny Styles.
Yeah, it's tough to come up with a game plan for a defensive line like this one. I mean, you got studs across the board. It's going to be hard to shut them out. They produce a lot of pressure, and they do a great job there getting back there. So forcing the punt in that case.
Sure do. Motion hit as he throws, but he gets it off to G. Scott. What a throw. Arm strength from Howard and a great concentration catch for G. Scott. First down to the midfield stripe. Now Henderson up the middle. Give it to him out of the pistol. And he picks up a nice little gain of 3. 2nd and 7. Now they'll run more motion. G. Scott ends up going far right. Egbuka and Smith down to the left. And Judkins gets the ball right side, inside zone look. First down and more. Past the 40, past the 45, and the 35, rather, going the other direction there, Phil. First down, Buckeyes. 1-2 punch. Here's a little veer look. They give it to Henderson. He's got the corner. 30, 25, 20, and another first down to the 15 as the two-headed monster of Judkins and Henderson is rolling on this drive. And another little sweep look. Took a long time to complete the handoff. You saw left guard and right tackle pulling around that right side. Just took a little bit too long to get the sweep going. Howard, another veer look, and he gives to Junkins, and another TFL. Good pursuit. That's linebacker Monroe Beard the third, and now a 3rd and long for the Buckeyes. Howard's got good protection, which also means nobody's open, and he's going to fling it out of bounds. And Marshall bends, but does not break in the red zone for a 2nd consecutive drive. And now Jaden Fielding in to attempt the field goal.
Yeah,
it's a 35-yarder, and his kick is up, and his kick is good.
Again, credit Marshall with playing tough here in the shoe, as we've had them show up in a number of situations where they needed it, especially the defense. And for the Buckeyes, really they need to get back to the fundamentals. They're kind of missing the mark on a few of these bread and butter plays that they should be more adept at, especially with the talent disparity here in this game. And they're kind of allowing the door to be open here to the Thundering Herd.
6-3 is their lead, 9:40 to go first half. There's a late flag, maybe a roughing the passer look here. Or maybe a holding call. Or an eligible man downfield. The RPO took too long. And Logan Osborne, the center, guilty of getting down there too fast. Back him up 5, try it again.
I was going to say a relatively deep throw for an RPO.
Timing of those Yep, it sure was. And he'll get about 4 back to near the original line of scrimmages. Once again, Ethan Payne, senior running back, now over 10 carries in this first half. Cole Pennington, another handoff up the middle and blown up by Tyleek Williams. And it looks like we might get another flag on the play. I just love that the referees point the correct direction.
Right?
It's just a little thing.
It is, exactly. The little things matter.
Back him up to the 8-yard line now. Give it to Payne again. Payne will try the left side, and Tuimoloau is there along with Caleb Downs. Tackled by a set of future first-rounders. Now a 3rd and long. Pennington's going to have to throw this one. Buckeyes just rushed 3, so he's got time and goes left side and found a man between levels of the zone. Look at Jack Sawyer, dropped all the way back, but it didn't matter. And a big completion from Pennington and a huge first down for the Thundering Herd. Pennington receives a snap. They're going to go hurry back to pass and quickly complete it again for a gain of 6.
Yeah, hurry up makes sense here for the Thundering Herd. They want to take advantage of this momentum.
Yeah. Now here, a quick little throw to the right side to Brian Robinson, junior wide receiver from West Palm Beach, Florida. Pennington now. Give it. No option keeper. Nobody goes with him. First down. Downs will chase him. Now he breaks the tackle. Ransom ball's out. And it's going to be picked up by the Buckeyes. Lathan Ransom knocked it out. And Ty Hamilton, the lucky recipient to fall on it. Buckeyes get a huge break, and they needed it.
Yeah, they did. And if you're going to take down a giant, you got to execute and got to play clean football. They were doing that up to this point, but a critical mistake on the carry, letting the ball be jarred loose. Can't have that on the carry. As he went for extra yardage, potentially could have slid and saved the. I mean, he had the first down already. Don't be the hero.
He very easily did. Now Henderson up the middle for another 4. Buckeyes breaking the huddle here. 16, 17, 15 seconds. So not in a super hurry right now. Quick little RPO left side. Abuka with space. He's got the first down. Still just haven't really been able to break anything big yet. Hey, Carter, welcome in. Trips to the right side. Junkins, they'll RPO the other direction. Nice block. Tate's got near a first down. Up past the 50, say 2nd and inches. But a really nice block by Abuka helped spring him for 9. Formation shift here now. As they were in an offset line, the left tackle motions back into his correct spot. Right side throw, down the sideline, tipped and incomplete. As they tried to attack the DB, Jadarius Green McKnight, transfer from Florida State. And now here's Henderson up the middle, and he's got the first down easily. Just take the medicine there on 3rd and inches. Keep these chains moving. Howard points out defenders. Now motion coming from Tate. Tate will stack it up on the left side, and then he'll throw quickly across the middle to Tate. A 2-yard completion. 4 minutes to go here in this first half. Again, very close game, and it isn't that Ohio State has been bad per se. It's tipped and missed again over the middle going for Abuka, but Marshall's just kind of playing very well up until that last drive where they fumbled. They've gone basically toe-to-toe here with them. Howard on a 3rd and 8. Left side throw. Got him in! Snuck it in there to the 4. That's the freshman. And a big first down. Will Howard parking the cadence. Now Henderson tries the right. That was not the correct read, as he is going to be blown up quickly by the cornerback Jacoby Henderson. 2nd and 13. Here comes Henderson again. Whoop, ball's out this time! But it's going to be scooped up by Innes with one hand. He tries to get back to the right side. 3rd and 20 is the result. Crazy play there. Now blitz coming. Howard feels it. He'll roll, and he'll just chuck it out of bounds. And there they are again. Marshall with a huge defensive stop after their quarterback fumbles. And they're going to force another punt here. And McClarty, the new punter out of Australia, gets that one out of bounds at the 17. Not the best punt either.
No, certainly not. And, again, the kind of credit Marshall with going blow for blow here with the Buckeyes. The Buckeyes need to be careful, because if they allow too much of this momentum to go Marshall's way, they could find themselves in a bad position here in this game, and leaving the door open with a scrappy team is the last place you want to be. You need to make sure that you, do what you need to do, get the job done, and that starts with the fundamentals.
Yep. Quick throw left side on a 1st and 19, incomplete. Ikbenosin on the coverage. Yeah, it's, again, that competitive stamina. You are vastly superior in skill and everything, and But you still got to show up and you still got to play every game. And that's what makes, in some ways, the college football season so much harder than even the NFL, because there are several games where you know that you are the better team, and sometimes you just feel like you could show up. And they're going to be sacked in the backfield. Tui Moalau met Jack Sawyer back there, and they're going to punt on a 4th and 18. Buckeyes call timeout as well. But that competitive stamina, Ryan Day talks about it all the time. You got to be the better team here, and you are the better team, so let's try to play like it. Now Smith left side, and he's got the Buckeyes with some good field position at the 37, trying to put points on the board in the last 100 seconds of the half.
Yeah, this is going to be a critical drive for the Buckeyes. They've got to find a way, but the defense in particular has been up to the challenge. It's been the offense until that throw right there that has really not shown much of anything, but that was certainly what they needed, putting themselves in a good position right now.
Yep, tipped up in the air. He tried to beat double coverage that time, but a 2nd and 10 again at the 17. Still plenty of time left with 2 timeouts. Trips to the right side, and Junkins on his right hip. Back to pass. Howard over the middle. Got a man. First down to the 5, to the 3. Breaking tackles. Tate, he's pushed out of bounds at the 2. Great run after catch for Carnell Tate. Again, just a true sophomore. Another 5-star kid expected to have a big year. They'll play action. Second level, and it's deflected by the defense. Nice stop there by Jacorian Anderson, the linebacker. Heavy backfield here. And they're going to run out of it, and he's going to lose yardage. Took a long time to develop. 3rd and goal. With that wing T backfield that they like to throw homage to Woody Hayes that way. Howard over the middle. Touchdown! Quinshon Judkins, the little angle route out of the backfield. And gosh, did they need that one right there before heading into half.
Yeah, they desperately did. This game was kind of, I wouldn't say going off the rails, but it wasn't going their way. They were allowing Marshall lots of opportunities to, stay in this game. They needed to kind of force the issue here, and getting into the end zone, a big important part of that. Now the previous play going backwards actually helps them in that spot, because it gives them the opportunity to spread the field just a little bit more, with them backed away from the goal line there, so they're not feeling obligated to run or the quick hitter pass. Instead, a little bit of spread on the field allows them to go back to what they do best.
That's a good point. Happy accident there. 13-3 here, 39 seconds. Sophomore quarterback Cole Pennington, son of Chad Pennington. Starting to feel old when players that didn't feel like they played in the league that long ago have kids in the game.
Right?
2nd and 9 here. Pennington, good protection. He'll float it left side. Man beater there as Jordan Hancock was in trail, and they'll call their 2nd timeout, as he was able to complete it to his receiver that time. Looked like Robert Winters on the catch. Back to pass now, Pennington. Pennington snaps it over the middle. Again, dump it off to Ethan Payne as running back. Breaking more tackles, and they'll call their final timeout here into Ohio State territory. 23 seconds on that game clock. Fling it wide and fling it out of bounds. Looked like he was trying to dump it off to the running back Payne, but instead just flings it out of bounds. Look to play another day. Pennington. Pressure coming. He'll fling it right side and out of bounds once again. 3rd and 10. Decisive with the throwaways, I'll say that. Yep, I agree, Mason. Big series with the Orioles coming up this weekend. Fling it, and again outside, so just avoiding the sack, because he knows that the sack is death when you have no more timeouts left, which again, Madden never figured that part out. So smart play by Pennington, and now Ohio State with 5 seconds left. Let's see if they want to try something. Nope, they're just going to take a knee. Well, interesting first half here, just 13-3. Again, Marshall's played well, and specifically in the red zone, really tightened up on the defensive end, forcing 2 field goals instead of touchdown attempts, despite Ohio State's big time of possession. Interesting half for sure. We'll see what the Buckeyes can turn it around here in half number 2. Again, do appreciate everybody being on. Phil Nagy, Kit Nagy. Nagy on Sports is the channel, only place on YouTube where you can find simulated sporting events with live original commentary. No offense to Chris Fowler, Kirk Herbstreit, Reese Davis, etc. We just do it better because it's not canned. Week number 4 here of the Ohio State season. They are currently ranked number 3 in the country. Again, a bye in week 3. I'm sure they just went down a game. Georgia, Michigan, 1-2 right now. All right, half number 2, Cole Pennington. Out of a shotgun. He's going to give it to his running back, Ethan Payne, who had a very nice first half, and Payne's going to get stuffed right at the line that time. Actually going to lose a yard. Sonny Styles all over it once again. Trips to the right side, Payne up the middle. And he's going to run into Caleb Downs and Sonny Styles once again. I actually think he's making his rehab start in Columbus tomorrow, so you probably won't see Cobb until next week.
Okay. Yeah, I'd heard there was some possibility we'd see him relatively quickly. If he's doing one last rehab start, then yeah, perhaps not till next week, but still should see him pretty quick.
Yeah, they did announce it. And then the free agent that they picked up over the middle, what a throw! Actually, deep left side. Pennington completes a big pass, and they're going to go hurry up. They signed a left-handed starter who had been on the Tigers for a long time, Matthew Boyd, and he's kind of been working his way up. He started like in AA or A, and he's starting one more time this weekend for the Clippers as well. So you could actually bring both of them up if you wanted to. 2 longtime veteran starters to hopefully eat some innings for you,
right,
and keep things under control so you can get to your lights-out bullpen.
Yep. I mean, ultimately,
that's
the recipe for success with this team, as we've seen. Get the lead, and even if it's just a single run, you get that lead, and let the bullpen go to work, and it's lights out from there.
Sure is. They tried a little wide receiver screen to the left side. Buckeyes cover it nicely. Jordan Hancock makes a good tackle, so they will try a 49-yard field goal, and Verhoff's kick is up, and he pushed it right. Verhoff could not get it to go. Out of the hold of the backup quarterback, Raylan Braxton, transfer from Tulsa. 13-3, Ohio State going to get good field position. Here's their first drive of the second half. But yes, Lane is starting today. He's going to play center field, bat second. Howard on the option keeper, and he picks up about 11. Takes a shot at the end of the play, but quarterback trying to jumpstart this offense by himself. As we saw a little preview of Lane Thomas earlier today on a Guardian Sim. Nice throw to Ibuka quickly, and makes a juke move as well. Another RPO. Successful for a first down.
Yeah, finally getting back to the bread.
A little bit of everything. He had an RBI base hit, and he...
Oh, yeah, go ahead. Sorry, you were talking about Lane Thomas. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying we got to see a little bit of everything. He had a base hit for an RBI, and he pegged a guy out from pretty deep in right field with his monster arm, so it's kind of fun to see.
It was fun to say. No, I was just starting to comment that the Buckeyes seem to finally get back to what they do best in terms of having some success on their bread and butter, and that has been kind of the difference here in their offensive production.
4th and 9 coming up. However, G. Scott drops that pass, and they will stall out once again. 4th and 9. McClarty, the big Australian punter, comes in, and he'll angle this to the right sideline, and it's out of bounds at the 12.
Well, of course, I speak too soon.
13-3 here, 10 minutes to go, third quarter. Yeah, there you go. You jinxed it. Yes, it was all your fault. Phil Nagy, Kit Nagy. Nagy on Sports is the channel. Appreciate you guys being on. Picked up a couple new subscribers in the last couple days, so thank you to you guys if you're watching again, or if you've been with us since the beginning. We appreciate that as well. Entering year number 5 in existence as a channel. Pretty exciting, pretty wild to think about. As another nice run for Payne. Sets up a 3rd and 2. But do appreciate it. If you haven't had a chance to subscribe, we'd love to have you. Over 1,100 strong of you already. And counting. Make sure you like the video, as well as Tyleik Williams again blowing up a play in the backfield, and a punt upcoming for the Marshall Thundering Herd. Here comes Smith, and he'll try the left side. He's got it near back, home down right at the 50. So let's see if Ohio State can finally snap out of this funk here on offense. Left side throw. Tried to wheel route to Travion out of the backfield, and it's going to be deflected as there was another receiver and therefore defender in the area. Howard fakes the delayed handoff. Now fires over the middle. Dropped. It's the freshman, Jeremiah Smith, took a big shot, and now a quick 3rd and 10. So just having a hard time getting in rhythm. Back to pass, Howard. Throw it over the middle. Egbuka. That's a smart play. Sweet little juke move out of bounds at the 22. When in doubt, go to Emeka Egbuka, and now they're going with some tempo here. Change the play. Judkins comes into the backfield, now trips to the left side, including G. Scott, the tight end. Howard. Back to pass. Good protection. He'll zip it over the middle. Got a man. Touchdown! Carnell Tate on the dig from the left side. Easy pitch and catch. And maybe the Buckeyes have found themselves here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, it certainly feels that way, although I will comment it was kind of odd that you mentioned they were hurrying up to the line, and they did, but they did it all to just sit at the line for just as long as they had probably spent to get to the line in the first place, which is an odd combination, if I say, if I say so myself. But then the nice execution on the play itself to get themselves into the end zone. Maybe that was part of the plan. Hurry up to kind of freeze them, and then delay to cement the feet or something. I don't know, but Marshall caught napping a bit on that snap, I guess.
Yeah. Prevents them from substituting, right? Is not a big part of it.
Yep, that is certainly a big part of it.
Defense cannot sub out those tired legs. All right, quick throw left side from Pennington. What a shot from Caleb Downs. Really nice catch by the receiver to hold on. I don't think Chuck Montgomery, the junior, able to hold that one because Downs hit him hard. Up the middle, and Tyreek Williams again. This kid's going to be a stud. For somebody, he's going to be a first-round pick next year, and he is a space eater in the middle. 3rd and 7 now. Pennington over the middle. Got a man near a first down. What a tackle in space. Great play by C.J. Hicks, the very athletic linebacker, throwing him to the ground in a 4th and inches, and somehow they both missed the punter. I thought for sure we were going to get that flag.
Yeah, I thought so too. Either that or part of the ball, but neither of them happens, and you end up with just a normal punt.
That's true. All right, Will Howard now executing the offense once again. Short throw to Tate, touchdown score. 2nd and 6 now. 2 touchdown passes in this one for Will Howard. He had 7 touchdowns that he was responsible for in the other game. Actually, it was a 9 touchdowns, right? Didn't he have 7 throws and 2 runs, I think, in that Western Michigan game? Zip it over the middle and incomplete. Tried to go for Smith, and they're going to have to punt again. So Marshall's defense has been plucky in this one. 20-3 with 5:40 to go, 3rd quarter. And they'll force another punt, and it bounces into the end zone.
Yeah, Marshall defense has certainly been
LA vibes.
Punching above their weight class, but some of that is also on the Buckeyes just being a little off-kilter on offense.
Buckeye defense has certainly adjusted after the success that Ethan Payne had in that first quarter. They have really muzzled them here in the 2nd quarter and 2nd half. Of course, I say that. He runs for 9. 20 carries, 72 yards for Payne. He has been the workhorse. Here's another 3rd and 1. Cole Pennington claps his hands. He'll give it to Payne, and blown up again. This one's going to be Kenyatta Jackson. And Jackson, a backup defensive end in there right now, makes a great tackle, and once again on a 3rd and short, Ohio State forces a punt. Hey, Sean, welcome in. Go Browns. All right, Howard barking out the signals now, and he'll give it up the middle. Here comes Judkins to the 45, spins off one man, and he's pushed forward to the 48 for a gain of 6. He's ready for Penn State. I got to wait a few more weeks for that one. Howard now. Motion coming from Carnell Tate. Heavy to the right side of the field. He'll look that way. He'll throw to Tate, who came in motion, and he's pushed out of bounds. Just a short gain of like 2. Now 3rd and 2 for Ohio State at the 49. Quick little RPO left side. Can't break the tackle, and or somebody missed a block. They threw it to Jeremiah Smith, the freshman, and he had one man to beat, but the other receiver either missed a block or something. But unfortunately, that will be no dice, and Ohio State will have to punt again. Yeah, Karen, I saw that too, and then it was kind of a veiled statement or something from the Browns, like, we appreciate the city making an offer, but basically, we don't think so. It's going to be Brook Park. It's going to be a dome.
Yeah, as it should be.
If anything, I mean, again, but we've been very adamant on this channel. Kit and I are both very much team build the dome is to a Moau. Sack picked up by Ty Hamilton. Touchdown, Buckeyes. The Buckeyes are like, listen, offense, if you're not going to get in the end zone, we'll do it ourselves.
That's
Strip
right.
sack from the created JTT, and picked up by Ty Hamilton, scrambling into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Yeah, I'm going to comment on this real quick, and then we can go back to the dome discussion. But certainly, Marshall had been doing everything they needed to, with the big exception being the 2 fumbles from the quarterback there, Pennington, being kind of fast and loose with the ball, and you can't do that against a powerhouse team like the Buckeyes, and that's going to make them pay here. And, yes, they were shutting down the offense, but if your offense is going to turn the ball over, you have to have clean execution, and 2 fumbles, both resulting in touchdowns for the Buckeyes, is the opposite of what you need here if you want to take on a powerhouse, dominant school like the Ohio State Buckeyes.
That's a very good point. Another ball out situation. Whoa. Finally, Marshall falls on it, but another fumble there, and they've got first down at their own 13.
But I do want to talk about the dome after this play here.
Slant coming across the middle. Nice play, actually. Igbenogson was in trail technique, and Pennington made him pay.
So,
go ahead.
So,
Talk about the dome.
Yeah, the whole discussion about the Browns kind of saying thanks, no thanks. I understand why the city of Cleveland wants it downtown. They want to revitalize that part of the city, and it makes sense from the from that perspective. I think the fan base is very strongly in the build a dome court. I think the Browns recognize that, and they want to do what's right by the fan base, and they that's very important to them. And I think the city, although they want to revitalize downtown, the city is going to get benefit out of no matter where the Browns go, because Brook Park will bring in revenue, and actually more so probably than even downtown. Yeah, it's not going to be specialized to downtown and revitalize that part of your city, but it certainly does bring in the revenue, brings in year-round people to come to events in that venue, because now you can actually host stuff year-round that you can't do downtown unless you have a dome, and they're not going to build a dome downtown. They need, they want to have that in Brook Park, and it makes sense, especially from the perspective of, in terms of the infrastructure in place and the accessibility. It meets, checks all the boxes. Now, the Browns are going to want investment from the city no matter which way they go, so they'll be in a fight until the city cedes to the idea of Brook Park, because that's really what it's probably going to take at this point. But they don't want, they're not going it alone either way.
No. Well, and it's not, again, we're talking about 15 miles down the road, a few stops on the red line, on the rapid train. People are still going to go downtown, have to get hotels downtown for a Super Bowl, for a Final Four, for a WrestleMania, for a Big Ten championship game, for all of those things that it will host. So it's not just 8 Sundays again, hey, our restaurant survives on 8 Sundays. No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
You still have the Cavs, you still have the Guardians, you still have the casino, so it's again, we're not talking about moving them to Ashtabula or Youngstown or something like that. We're talking about like 15 miles literally down the rapid transit line.
Exactly, and trust me,
still in the greater Cleveland area.
The influx of tourism and of money, because that's really what we're talking about, because it's all about, bottom line is about the money, the inflow of money. That's going to happen regardless, but even more so if you build that dome, because that's going to happen in Brook Park. It's going to happen more so because now you're going to be able to attract stuff like Taylor Swift. You're not going to get Taylor Swift to play in Cleveland Stadium, in the middle of winter with lake effect. But I'll tell you, she'll play at a dome because I'm just throwing in one big name. But I mean, there are lots of big names that are that way. Big acts that are going to come and play in Cleveland, where the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is. But they'll do it year long, as opposed to having a very select few times that they might consider coming because the weather might support it because you're outdoor.
Yeah, I think they have like a window of like 3 months where they do outdoor concerts.
Yep.
In Cleveland, like June, July, and August.
And so the difference in terms of tourism and influx.
Marshall went for it, did not get it.
I was going to say I'm sorry to interrupt on that. The difference in influx for tourism and cash and money for all of that is night and day, regardless of if the dome or if the stadium is downtown or in Brook Park as a dome. It's going to be very different if you have a dome that's in Brook Park as opposed to having an upgraded, renovated stadium, but still outdoor downtown.
Yeah. Well, and Karen, you make a good part. Like it wasn't great and convenient parking to get to the stadium, and then they even shut down some of the walkways, as Howard's going to keep it for a first down run here. And yeah, the Muni lot, there'll be some other close lot that becomes the Muni lot. Like maybe they'll even build a thing and call it the new Muni or something like that. But
new Muni.
Everything else will be better about it. And again, for me, it's dome trumps location. And sure, would the best option be a dome right on the waterfront? Absolutely, but that's just not a possibility. So
well, and it doesn't solve all the problems.
Down to it, I would take the dome 10 times out of and I would take a dome 10 times out of 10 over even a brand new outdoor open stadium right on the water.
Right.
So, anyway.
Yeah, the access in particular, and the parking, all of that, the through flow of traffic, which they've worked on and has gotten better, but it's still an absolute nightmare down there. And it's not going to be fixed, regardless of how you do it downtown. You can't fix all of the problems unless you put it in a place like Brook Park, which is why they're looking at Brook Park and they want to build a dome, and that's really the answer they clearly have come to. It's just a matter of convincing the city that they, should pony up for a plan that the city doesn't seem to like, but regardless, it's best for the city whether they recognize it or not.
Right. And touchdown, Buckeyes. That's the freshman, Jeremiah Smith. Whoa, disappeared. Cool.
Yeah, a little floating ball that had reminiscent of the old glitch play from our. It kind of had that floating ball feel to it, like we saw. Just cue the Benny Hill theme there.
That's right. 34-3 now. Finally, Ohio State has kind of remembered who they are. Not sure what Vegas would have had a spread for this game at, but probably would have been more than 30.
Yeah.
So they are now at a 31-point lead here. 4:41 to go again. Marshall did go for it on a fourth down in Ohio State's territory. And JT Tuamola made another nice play, and then they drove it right down the field. Good combination of runs, passes in chew clock mode, and with now under 4 minutes to play. Ohio State well in the driver's seat. I think this is it for the non-conference matchups. Deep shot, knocked away by Denzel Burke because they're playing the 9 conference games. So we will be, I believe, in Big Ten conference play from here on out. And again, I'll try to get a couple of other top 10, top 15 matchups to get a couple of other fan bases involved here. But we do appreciate you hanging out with us again. Phil Nagy, Kit Nagy, Nagy on Sports. And yes, the city dropped that plan again today, so that's why the Dome Talk was back and fresh again. Another fumble, and it'll be picked up again by Lathan Ransom. He's the recipient of it, but again, the receiver just careless with that package, and he dropped it in Ohio State here will cruise to victory with 3:51 remaining. Henderson will try the right side, and he won't get anywhere. Actually, lose 2. With only 3 minutes left, I'm not going to sub backups in. I'm sure they would have been in real life at this point, but I don't need to take that time. Henderson, right side, juking, spinning. Ripped down, maybe a face mask, not called. 3rd and 6. So Ohio State will get out of their non-conference 3-0, which again, no big surprise here. Again, all eyes looking at that Week 7 matchup with the Oregon Ducks in Oregon. It's going to be a beastly game. There's a 50-yard attempt for Fielding. Also have a tough one with Penn State, and of course Michigan waiting at the end of the season. Those are sort of the 3 marquee games for the Buckeyes as Fielding is able to put this one through. Do appreciate everybody being on. Thanks so much to all of our subscribers. Again, if you haven't had a chance to subscribe, we'd very much appreciate that as we continue to grow the channel. Nice tackle by Gabe Powers. There's your boy Carter. I don't know if you're still on, Carter. Your boy Gabe Powers there.
Karen, the answer to your question is the 16th of August.
Yes. Is that the real day, or is that I get it 3 days early?
That's the initial. Yeah, that's the initial release date. So you should have it by the 13th, I'd suppose.
Yep. Yeah. I paid a little extra, but I got them both early. So big shot left side, incomplete. It was like a bundle pack where I got both of them early. I was like, okay. Twist my arm.
Right.
Quick throw to the right side and complete for a first down. Sonny Styles in coverage. We got real football tonight, friends. Hall of Fame game. You gonna watch that one, Kit?
We'll see. I might flip it on a little bit. I don't know. The preseason football, if it's not Browns, it doesn't overly interest me, although I am very interested to see the kickoff. So from that perspective, I kind of do want to
watch the kickoffs.
Right, I kind of do want to watch that part, but also vying for my time is the Guardians game, which I definitely want to see them against the Orioles, because certainly interesting to see what we look like in a back stretch here, and then also I've got a pack because I'm out the road for another rotation starting tomorrow. So we'll see. We'll see how I divide my time up, but I might flip it on for a little bit.
Even when the Browns did play in this game last year, no starters play in the Hall of Fame game. So
right, yeah,
we won't see C.J. Stroud.
Yeah,
I doubt we would even see Caleb Williams. Right, I would assume that even the Bears aren't going to play their starters.
No, they're not. No, nobody's playing any starters. There's no question of any starters even sniffing the field tonight, which is part of why it's not that interesting. And the other part of why, I am interested in the kickoff, the new kickoff, and what does it look like, and how does it actually look. But at the same time, nobody's bringing out their real season plan here in the preseason for the kickoff. They're not showing their hand. True. I mean, they're gonna go out there and do it as pretty vanilla, straightforward, basic technique as they can, because they don't want to tip their hand before the season starts. None of these teams want to do that. So it's not like the rest of the NFL isn't watching. So if we can watch, they certainly can. That's why I'm kind of going, well, yeah, I'd like to see it, but do I really want to see just baseline vanilla B flat version of it, or do I just want to wait to the season and see what it really looks like when they're all bets are off?
Buckeyes going to get the win here. 37-3 is your final score. Will Howard, player of the game. Only 212 yards passing, as they had many short fields here today. But 3 touchdown passes to go with it. You can see them singing Carmen, Ohio, arm in arm, as they do every game. Ohio. The Buckeyes win 37-3. Kid, anything else to wrap up about this one?
Yeah, certainly had to look like Marshall might have a chance to maybe sneak out a real big upset, but at the end of the day, you got to execute. You can't go in and have multiple turnovers to a team that by every right should be blowing you out of the water, and they do, and the Buckeyes do.
They do. Will Howard at a 25 of 39, 212. That's 64%. 3 touchdowns in this one. Both running backs had a lot of touches today. Travion with the better performance, 18 for 102. Quinchon 11 for 47. He had a couple of TFLs. Will Howard 5 for 23. Receiving today, Carnell Tate 10 for 91 and a touchdown. Jeremiah Smith 6 for just 25 and a touchdown. 6 for 77 for Egbuka. Just one catch for G. Scott. Remember, he had a boatload last week for 15. And Quinchon, the 1 7-yard touchdown catch as well today. 14 pancakes for the center, Seth McLaughlin, in this one. Defensively speaking, Sonny Siles, 20 tackles today. 12 for Jordan Hancock, 11 for Caleb Downs, and 10 for CJ Hicks. They were all over the place. Look at this. Tackles for loss. 3 for JTT, 3 for Hancock, 2 for Sawyer, 2 for Styles, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 other guys with tackles for loss. 1.5 sacks for JT Tuimalau and a half for Jack Sawyer. No interceptions, but again, how about 4 forced fumbles today? And 3 of them were recovered. 2 by Ty Hamilton, one of which, of course, he took to the house. Lathan Ransom caused one and picked one up. All right, guys, appreciate you being on. This one was a lot of fun. Again, we will have I'm doing all of the between stuff, upgrading the coach skills and recruiting and all of those things offline so that you don't have to see that part of it just because it takes a little bit too long. But where's my schedule? Here we go. Here's what's coming up. So we have Michigan State, who's currently ranked 18th, our first road game as well. So we'll be bringing that one to you next. Then we'll have Iowa, and then again the big one with Oregon, still undefeated, number 4 in the country. Nebraska with their hotshot 5-star quarterback who was committed to Ohio State for a while and then bailed, and then went to Georgia and then bailed. Dylan Raiola, superstar 5-star kid, piloting Nebraska. And then Michigan. So some ranked teams still on the opponent. How about Penn State though? 0-2 to start. Sorry about that one for you, Sean, as your boys have started 0-2. So that's where we're at. 59-7, 73-3, and then this one 37-3. So how about the defense? Just giving up 13 points so far on the season. All right, guys, this one was a lot of fun. We do appreciate you joining us here for this one this afternoon. Again, lots of fun things to look at this evening. As Kit mentioned, the Guardians back at it, our brand new center fielder. Excited to see him in action tonight. And again, at least watch maybe the opening kickoff, just to see what it looks like. So, all right, guys, for Kit on the left coast, Phil here in Central Ohio, we are Nagy on Sports. We appreciate you guys so much. Have a great rest of your day. Today we will say, go Buckeyes, and as always, go
Browns.